What is up, everyone? I'm coming on here for a couple of plays for today. Now, yesterday we didn't have any World Cup action, and soccer really has been our main sport in these kind of spring and early summer months. So, it was kind of a slower day for us. I sent out some Valorant plays, some CFL plays, and yesterday was our first losing day in probably a week, something like that. I know at least since the weekend, right? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the 4th of July weekend, we pretty much crushed it every day, and then even going on to earlier this week and stuff, we crushed it every day. But as I'm going to say, we did have a losing day today, and as I say in the winning days, as I say in the losing days, guys, it's sports betting. We're going to have some losing days sometimes. If you think that every single day we're going to win, for 365 days of the year, I have some bad news, right? That it's literally impossible, right? Unless I was some like time traveler and knew everything that was going to happen at all times, right? So at the end of the day, we had a losing day. It is what it is, guys. It's part of the program. We're gonna have to lose at some point, and it's good to have losing days sometimes. To be honest, right? I've learned to appreciate losing days. Sometimes I would get really because I have a lot of people on the VIP. I have a lot of people that watch these videos. I have people that watch my shorts and stuff, and that have plays from it. And again, my main goal is to make you guys money over a long period of time, for sure. But what I've realized is that, and I used to get really sad and really like, oh my gosh, people are going to like judge me that the plays aren't hitting. But what I realize is that, first of all, there's a group of people that just need to get filtered out, right? People out there that are just like, man, you didn't hit, so that automatically means you're a bad sports bettor. Those people, I'd like if they didn't even watch my video, honestly, because I want people who actually are, I guess, have a smart way about thinking about this and know that this is a long-term system. That's the first thing. And the second thing is that if you just go ahead and hit every single day, even though that would be amazing, but again, those losses are going to come. What ends up happening is some people get very overconfident, and people just start betting crazy amounts of money and really overextending themselves. And that is like the number one way, probably the only way that you can lose with the system that I have, is overextending yourself, right? So what I mean by that is, let's just say you have $100 in your PrizePicks account. I would recommend you have more than that, but let's just say you have $100. And instead of betting, I would recommend you bet $2 a bet maximum, right? I would say start with $1 to $2 bets if you only have $100 in your PrizePicks account. But let's say someone starts betting $20 a bet, right? That would be something that would be grossly overextending the bankroll that they have with the bet size that they have. Because at the end of the day, if you bet $20 bets, with just a $100 bankroll, you could have 5 bets in a row miss, and now you're completely clean. And from my experience, whenever you're losing entries and you're betting that much, and you're betting that much compared to your bankroll, you're going to stop betting and start, doubting the system way earlier than completely clean, right? You might go down to $60 out of 100, and then that's when people start going, oh man, I need to change it up and stuff. So again, you need to understand to be very consistent, be very conservative with your bankroll. Not conservative, but just understand, treat this like a business, right? No business would go invest, 100% of their money in some very risky thing, right? Maybe they'll invest a little bit of something here and really diversify their assets type thing, okay? So again, treat it like a business, whatever that means to you. Morocco, France, we have setups all across the board, okay? We have a setup here for the Morocco players to go under. We have a setup here for the Morocco players to go over. And we have a setup here for the French players to go under, okay? So these right here were the past two plays in these YouTube videos. We also hit a better entry yesterday for a 3x, so hopefully you guys tailed that. And then I think there was another better entry yesterday, which I actually don't know how that went, so I apologize about that. But we have setups for the French side. We have setups for the Morocco side. So with that being said, in today's video, I'm actually not even going to have a play for the game that's happening today. It's going to be for the game, the England and Norway game that's happening in the next couple of days here. But I just want to say, Kyle Schwarber, amazing pick here. He does need his last at-bat to hit a home run for us. So he waited till the very end. He hits a home run. I will say James Wood also hits again. And I believe the Nationals are not playing today, but if they were, I probably would have taken James Wood again, because James Wood again hit in the first inning. I think he stole a base, and I was kicking myself, honestly, because Schwarber hadn't hit that home run yet, and I was like, man, why didn't we just take James Wood again? Honestly, this guy is so good. So I might keep doubling down on James Wood and kind of see how long he can take it, especially when his line is going to be 6 to 6.5. I will also say sleeper, we cashed this one right here. Sleeper, for some reason, it takes a while for the actual entries to reach my account for it to hit. I don't know what it is on their back end or whatever. Again, Sleeper's a great app, and I have a good relationship with him, but for some reason, some of the entries that are like hit and PrizePicks would give you like 3 hours before, they take some time to like know if it hits. But I did confirm this. This guy goes under at 10, and his line was 10.5, so that's a hit. And then both of these guys hit as well. So these are two kind of like 3Xs that we hit. And then getting into the losses that we had, again, there wasn't that many losses to be honest, but we got, I mean, if you look at these three here, 3 out of 3 missed by 0.5, guys. So this is what I'm talking about, where we had one whole week, like this past week, of winning every day. And this is pretty much what it takes for us to have a losing day, is 3 entries missing by 0.5, right? Like this guy misses by 0.5, crazy. This guy misses by 0.5, crazy. This guy misses by 0.5, crazy. So I don't know, like I didn't really look into these games. When things miss by 0.5, it's kind of hard for me to like, you know, go into the stats and be like, why did this hit? Why did this miss? Because again, this guy could have easily gotten one more kill and then it would have been green, and we would have been happy about it and been like, oh, we have a setup for the England game, you know? So at the end of the day, it's a 0.5 miss. It happens. Again, what I just said in the beginning of the video, it's like, you're going to have some unlucky times. And again, these 3 misses, very unlucky, because it's like, man, we missed all of these by 0.5, which sucks, right? So it is what it is. As you guys will see, these aren't actually like fully entries that would have hit or missed, because these are actually what I call setups. And if you don't know what that means, it's pretty much that when I take these 4-mans in the VIP, I pair up 2 2-mans together, right? So what makes a 4-man is 2 2-mans. And for example, what I do a lot of times is I'll pair up like Valorant, for example, with soccer, or Canadian football with Valorant, or League of Legends with Dota, right? So for example, these right here are setups, right? We have setups for the Morocco-France game because we've already hit our part of it, or one part of it, and now we need the other part of it to hit, right? So would have had setups here, could have potentially had 3 setups, but all of these missed by 0.5, like I said, okay? So let's go ahead and get into the first pick of the day, which is going to be on BETR, guys. We're going to take this pitcher and we're going to take him over. Strikeouts right here at 6.5. His normal line is 7.5, and this is on BETR, guys. BETR sleeper. I actually just withdrew $400 from sleeper from the past month. So in May, I believe it was. Yeah, in May. Because I withdrew in June. BETR was our big app. I always talk about BETR and sleeper kind of being like base hits. You know, they're really easy and you just get the discounts every day, as I just showed earlier in the video with the sleeper discounts we hit. May was a big month for BETR. June was a big month for sleeper. Okay, so again, I would get both of these apps. Like I had a lot of people sign up for BETR in June, when actually we had a better month on sleeper in June than we did on BETR. So these apps work in conjunction, guys. And this is what I show you guys with these here, with sleeper and BETR, is that, again, BETR and sleeper both have a ton of discounts. So you need to have both of them. And 1 month we might do really well on BETR. 1 month we might do really well on sleeper. Some months we might do well on both of them. Who knows? But these discounts, again, they are kind of like, you know, don't discriminate pretty much, because it's like the discounts on BETR are great. The discounts on sleeper are great. The discounts on PrizePicks, whenever they send them out on Tuesdays, are good. But BETR and sleeper have 2 to 3 discounts every day. So you can utilize like 5 discounts a day. And I normally do this around lunchtime. Like pretty much every single day when I'm about to have lunch, I'll send out, okay, let's go into the BETR sleeper entries. And I send these out to the VIP, and you lock them in. It probably takes you guys like 30 seconds in the VIP. And you guys can just consistently make $300-400 a month on these 2 apps. Okay, so that's why I always talk about BETR and sleeper. But again, don't discriminate between BETR and sleeper. Just because sleeper's doing well right now or BETR's doing well right now, you got to take all the entries, and you got to sign up for the entry for the apps as well, for BETR and sleeper, which I'll get into. But we're going to take Delb right here, and we're going to take him under 30 maps, 1 through 2 kills. This is going to be the play of the day on BETR, guys, and the first pick of the day here. Again, you guys can sign up for BETR. You guys can text me right here. My code is detective. You get a free $10, $200 on your first deposit. So let's get into the PrizePicks entry of the day. And of course, you guys see it on the screen here. We're not going to reinvent the wheel. We're going to be doing and sticking with what we have been doing and what has been working for us. We have another 2 setups today, so hopefully 1 out of 2 of those at least hits. But the first pick is going to be Riley Green, and we're going to take him over 4.5 hitter fantasy score. Really great play. Again, it's kind of a similar explanation of what I say almost every day. He's getting a lot of plate appearances. He sometimes gets even 5 plate appearances, and he's been on a very, very hot streak. He does have 1 miss versus is the Athletics, and he's playing the Athletics again. But over his last, I think this is like maybe 7 games, he has been on a very, very hot streak and doing very well. Again, his line is normally set at like 5.5, right? His line is 5.5 here, 4.5, 5, 4.5, 5. So a lot of times they are setting his line at 5. So there's no reason why his line should be 4.5. So I really like this at 4.5. I really like this at 5. A hot team. Actually, I don't know if Detroit's hot. I'm going to be honest. Looks like they are winning wise, but they're not getting like a ton of runs. But they have won quite a lot. But Riley Green has been very, very hot, okay? So first pick of the day here on Hitter Fantasy Score. I do actually just want to check his RBIs because, yeah, I guess it's at 1.5, so that is what it is there. But, yeah, 4.5 Hitter Fantasy Score, really good pick there for Riley Green. And the second part of this, guys, and again, this is what I talk about with like the setups and kind of having like 3-mans and 4-mans where you pair these things together, is we're going to have correlated soccer. And how soccer works, guys, is if you have a lot of possession, you're going to have a lot of passes attempted. If you do not have a lot of possession, you're not going to have a lot of passes attempted. And this is for every player on the team pretty much, right? If you think about normally the guys we bet on is going to be like, I mean, it's kind of easy on England because it's like a big triangle, but like these guys right here, right? These are the guys that we bet on. So if they have low possession, then these guys are all probably most likely going to go under together, okay? If they have high possession, so let's say they have 60+% possession in this game, then they're probably going to go over together. Why? Well, if you've watched any World Cup game, if you've watched any soccer game ever, you're going to see that 95% of the game, all these guys do is they just pass to each other, right? One team has the ball, they're going to pass around. The other team has the ball, they're going to pass around. So in theory, if one team has the ball 80% of the game, they're going to get all the passes and the other team is not, okay? Now, I'm taking the under, and the reason why I'm taking the under is because I've taken English under every game, okay? I've taken them every game, and they've really hit every single game, right? Elliot Anderson, he's done amazingly well going under for us, honestly. Jude Bellingham in the past couple of games has done very well going under for us. And then the guy we are taking is right here, Consi right here, and we're going to take him under as well. I really think Norway is discredited in this game. Norway just had 66% possession against Brazil, and they really dominated them. And then England had 30% possession against Mexico. Now, I know that England was up and, you know, they had a red card in like the 65th minute, something like that. And I get that. But again, England didn't look that amazing versus Mexico, and they really could have easily lost that game. Norway has looked very good. I might look into betting on Norway to advance, but we'll see. I still need to look into that more. But again, the main theory of this, guys, is that these two players, they play right next to each other. And if they have a lot of possession, these guys are going to have a lot of passes. So you'll see these guys go over. If they do not have a lot of possession, then they're not going to have a lot of passes. So they're going to go under. So you got to think about these guys kind of like tied to the hip, right? They're like chained together. And as one guy goes up, the other guy's going to go up, right? If this guy gets like 100 passes, he's going to be like over here. This guy's probably going to have 100 passes. Whereas if this guy only has 30 passes, it's going to be like right here, and this guy's probably only going to have like 30 to 40 passes, okay? So this is a concept we use in soccer and football whenever that comes around. Canadian football is actually happening tonight, so Canadian football is still a great thing we can bet on, and it happens in esports, okay? Hopefully you guys understand that. I'm taking these guys under. Again, these guys have pretty much hit every single game under because I think they just had these English guys way too high. I will say, you see little Jude Bellingham down here. He has done so well for us. I'm probably going to retire him betting his under. If you guys saw a couple weeks ago, maybe like a week and a half ago, I was talking about Jude Bellingham, take his under. And this was when he was like in the mid 50s, and they have finally come around to it. I don't know how many games England has played. I think they've played like 5 games, 6 games. It's taken that long for them to reduce Jude Bellingham to the 30s, which is what he should have been this entire tournament. And I explained this, throughout the weeks, but it's pretty much that he's playing this position. He's playing a center attacking mid role, a cam role, also known as the 10 position, and he's playing an attacking role. So why did they have his line in the mid 50s? It makes no sense. This is a great call. We abused it. There was a lot of plays out there in the World Cup like this. I think PrizePicks finally came to their senses. I guess the data has finally caught up to them. And what's important about this is that we had data, or we had thoughts before PrizePicks did, because PrizePicks was setting his line like he was playing back here, which is where he plays for Real Madrid. But on England, he plays the center attacking mid role. So now they need to readjust his line down to this, and they took like 5 games to do it. So we had a great little run taking Jude under quite a lot of games there. But now his line is probably where it's supposed to be right here. Okay, so I don't recommend taking this entry just to be completely transparent or whatever. But yeah, this is going to be the full play of the day. Hopefully you guys lock that in. Again, if you guys want to get into the VIP, there's a number of ways to do so for just $10 or less, right? Kalshi, you can put in $10, you can get a month free of the VIP. Better, $5 to get into the VIP right there. NOVIG is $1 to get into the VIP. Super simple stuff with code detective. Sleeper, $10 to get into the VIP. Bovada, this is available to everyone in the United States, wherever you live, it's available to everyone. It is going to be $25. So this is the most, but I will get you 2 months of the VIP free, okay? So a little bit more of a deposit, 2 months free of the VIP, very simple stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, text me, my number is right here. I'll have you sign up. If you have just no idea and you're just like, I want to sign up for something, I want to get a month free, I want to join the VIP for another month, just text me and I'll find some app that you do not have where you can put in $5-10. You can get a free month of the VIP really simply. This also works for existing VIP members. So if you're an existing VIP member, I can just go ahead and add that month to your subscription already, so you get the next month free or whatever, and you don't have to pay. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys tuning in every day, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.